I feel like it's a very even matchup because Wesker gets in through the weakest spot of Captain America's coverage, which is when he jumps, you can go under the shield and punish. And a lot of people are too scared of the shield flash. But if you know how to time your approaches right, it's going to be great. And you see that Sandwich is staying at a full screen distance. There is nothing that can hit you if you're not fighting Captain America in the mid range. But it doesn't really matter because JC 6'6" is getting the conversion right now. Kinder Party looking very optimal. And the one thing that this team does have is a lot of damage. Even though it's playing Iron Man, which I would say is not the choice I would make in character selection, it does work out because of the beat and because of the DHC line.
Yeah, and speaking of optimal, thank you, Lena, with the optimal support to the TNS channel, and Onion with that renewed sub. Thank you to Lena so much for everything you do for the TNS crew. And absolutely, this is definitely going Sandwich's way now. He does get the turnabout. We're going to be able to kill Captain America here. And if you guys lean in closely, you're paying attention here, you see how crispy this looks? Look at this screen. The compression, all the bittiness, all that yucky bitrate, it's gone. TNS crew working hard, trying to find solutions. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Much respect to TNS for all the production value they put in. You guys don't really even realize it until we tell you, because your eyes cannot understand how full HD this is. It's just so hard to process so much info, but you guys should know that TNS puts in a lot of work for the production as well as getting the hype here. And speaking of hype and speaking of production, Sandwich is gonna need to produce a miracle right now if he wants to win this game. Gets hit by the dark matter there. A very interesting projectile, by the way. Did you know that dark matter is just kind of a hitbox? It's not quite a special hit. So
it's its own kind of, definitely unique property. It's annoying. It has its own pace to it. It has its own durability. Very specific, but JC, very typical of their playstyle to switch their team in and out of order, so not something strange to see. And it paid off huge in Game 1, but now in Game 2, Sandwich is going to get things started and hopefully put Captain America ahead and start getting mix-ups run in the corner.
Absolutely, and you always want to tag in Spencer when you're playing whatever Spencer team, because he has some of the most unidentifiable 50-50.
Don't let him out, don't let him out.
Goes for the setup right there off the bionic maneuvers. It's a guard break, it's a side switch. There's no reason not to throw it out. There might be an X factor here. No, understands that Iron Man is not precisely the threat and decides to just go back to play the neutral, because what is Tony Stark gonna do? He's already dead in the MCU. He's probably dead in this game. What's gonna happen next, Kinder Party?
No, that makes sense. I mean, I think losing the corner is scary, but Iron Man is so stiff, and oh baby, that's a moneymaker right there. I mean, that's the bread and butter mix-up for this team. It's beautiful. It works every time. But yeah, Iron Man sucks, so you can pretty much just bully this character. If you let him out, no big deal. It's a pretty small risk. There's not a whole lot they can do to make a very explosive punish, especially if you're staying on top of him with the gunshots and the assist calls. I mean, yeah, Iron Man brings things together. Oh boy, that was close. That was really close.
A beautiful plasma beam call right there, like just the right timing to not get blown up, waste the active frames, but beautiful punish from JC. JC gonna go into the super here, into the super. Not quite sure if this build. This is a lot of damage though, and you do get chipped. So let's see what the option is. Nice, beautiful stuff. Haggar, as we call it in Spanish. And off the tech, get the overhead. Oh my god, Kinder Party. I think Tony's gone again.
That was impressive. That was about as tight as a Sandwich could fit it in there. That was threading the needle if I've ever seen it. Perfect normal placement. And it's going to lead to a dead Iron Man. This is glue. So yeah, the character doesn't bring too much on point, but it's glue. You lose a lot of synergy. You lose a lot of support when you lose Iron Man. Captain America comes in, tries to... Oh, you're kidding me with this. If you confirmed off the OTG gunshot, that would have been godlike. Nice attempt, though.
I feel like the Spencer Captain America matchup is very interesting because Spencer doesn't really need to do anything. You just kind of stay on the ground and sip at them if they jump. And it seems that Sandwich is overcommitting a little bit too much. Spends X Factor there just to be safe. DHC into the Dormammu, and JC has to make the most out of this advantageous situation because you don't want to be blocking Spencer right there. Beautiful X Factor guard cancel. What's the OTG here? No combo after, and this could cost JC. Back to the neutral though, doesn't get blessed. Kinder Party, what would you do in this scenario now that Spencer is gone?
He's low. It's exactly what JC wants, is to get rid of Spencer. That's the high impact threat here. Wesker and Doom gonna have to whittle you down a little bit more. You're gonna have to get into TAC territory. So That's exactly what he needs to do. I was about to say, you asked me what a sandwich needs to do. He needs to find a hit. He needs to get a TAC, and that's going to turn everything around if he can complete it. You're going to have Dormammu coming in just by themselves. You can be really annoying to this character. Okay, I like it. Go ahead and just finish it off. You still have 1 meter in the tank. Are we going to bring back in Wesker? I wouldn't hate it.
I absolutely would, just because you get better control of the neutral. There's an ancient Mexican saying that goes balazo teleport, which just means gunshot teleport, and it pretty much shuts down a lot of characters that don't have that great mobility, like Dormammu, Doctor Doom. Big characters that can't just dash at you freely. They're very intimidating to fight when Wesker is there and go through the mid-screen infinite. I would say get enough reps and level 3. Why risk it, right?
Sandwich, let's go. Oh, yeah, I definitely think that's what they were scheming on, but still pretty impressive and stacking a ton of damage. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Level 3, we can't. We were in the dash.
At this point, there's no reason to do anything except just run away, I would say. I don't think the chip is gonna be enough right here. Goes for the super into the siempre pega. This always hits, and if it doesn't, it's a glitch. Still, the time might not be on JC's side. And I think Sandwich is running away with this one. With just too many resources and too much time in their party.
Yeah, that's what you want if you're playing Sandwich's team. That's what Wesker does. It kind of strings you out, grinds you down. You have Korean guy with the 5 gifted subs, man. Thank you guys. The support of course.
Korean guy.
Yeah, seriously, guys. If you're supporting the channel long term, if you're a repeat supporter or you're a new supporter, we love you both. Thank you so much. Oh, baby, that was so optimal from Sandwich there. We're gonna get a day Captain America. Chattercoin with 5 gifted subs on top of that. Guys, we do, of course, as always, have a live sub goal for the month of August, and it is about over. And we are almost there. So I'm not saying we could make that sub goal and go crazy, but we could make that sub goal and go crazy.
That would be insane. And you know what the crazy thing about the Marvel community is? That everybody knows everybody for so many years now. It just kind of feels like a family, you know? Like, oh, it's time for the Thanksgiving cookout, let's do this together. And what better way of showing up to the cookout than cooking up some subs? But right now, the only thing being cooked is Wesker with that mix. Beautiful stuff. Hard to deal with. Let's see what happens here. Gunshot gets tri-dashed over. JC looking very confident. Going for the easy combo right here. Super into the DHC. Why not? It just does the amount of damage you needed to do, and Doctor Doom really struggles against Iron Man.
Oh,
Doctor Doom is a top tier character, but he has some very low tier hard matchups. It's kind of incredible.
No, this is true. This is absolutely true. Thank you, Fruity, for the gifted sub. The sub support is still going. Iron Man has a few really stiff tools that, for characters that are even somehow more stiff than Iron Man, really struggle with. And yeah, JC's going to be able to put those to use, slow everything down, and find a confirm. Admiral Funk, 26 months. 26 months, Mamma Mia. Thank you so much.
That's just insane. And right now, Sandwich realizing that the full screen interaction is what benefits him. So just going for the reset Okaiba right there, recognized it wasn't enough to kill, did not have the assist ready to get any extension or THC, and now just restored to that neutral right there. You kind of want Captain America to jump, because here's the trick to beat him, okay? If he jumps and does the anti-ground kick, as its official name is called, you can actually dash to the other side and crouch medium punish with Wesker. That's not a very known punish, but a lot of people can do it. It doesn't matter though if you're getting blessed by the captain himself. Now you have to block this mix in the corner. Same side, sips out.
And now we're dangerous again, right? Spencer's in the neutral. Spencer has opportunities. We have 3 meters. Sandwich is still alive in this, 100%. JC does have a lead. That's nice. What's the decision here? We're just going to go into super. Oh, we're going to X Factor. Really, I love this. If this kills, especially, holy moly, nicely done. Because Dr. Doom, of course, we talked about it, is a very strong anchor, but closing out the Spencer option. Oh, he almost gets it there. Oh, now this is dire. Now this is really dire. Everything is in Sandwich's control right now. Just a few guesses away.
Dr. Doom is just the best grappler in the game, and the threat of the grab just makes people want to jump. Sandwich capitalizes this perfectly. One more mix, and are we going to have an SDP? Goes for the missiles, gets the confirm, but then doesn't. And if you give Dormammu space, this could be horrible news. Especially when JC gets the Fisherman's hook right there. Goes straight into the level 3. Not going to be enough to kill, but you need a miracle right now if you're Sandwich.
We're close. We're really close. Oh, oh boy, that was such a good option. That was a fantastic setup from JC. Covered a lot of options there.
That people are gonna push block wrong and die. I feel like that's one of the greatest things about that assist. But NickBad from Duval, Mexico himself. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a crazy match. Showing off those costume colors as well with the Captain America. I feel like this matchup is heavily in Captain America's favor because nothing Shuma can do except like lock down and mix does well against Cap, but it doesn't matter if you get hit. Just like Mike Tyson says, right? Kinder Party, everybody has a plan until they get hit.
That is kind of the Shuma-Gorath gimmick. Well said. It's a huge weakness, a glaring weakness. It's kind of the namesake weakness of Shuma-Gorath is that they have an awkward neutral, bad neutral in a lot of matchups, you know. But if you can get around those weaknesses, if you can get in, if you can get a lockdown situation and create a very explosive mix-up just like that, Captain America's gone. And we're back to neutral here. Deadpool's trying to find a way to close in. But, yeah, Salute doing what Salute does, just playing patient. Oh, good punish on the Vajra.
Ooh, and that was an intelligent bad teleport right there. Made it safe by getting hit by the Spitfire. Did not get a hard knockdown and forced to go into the super right there just to land safely. Still gets scooped up by Salute. I feel like what makes Salute such a scary player, Kinder Party, is that Salute knows just the right moment to commit, just the right moment to press a button, and that's what's incredibly terrifying because if you have to block any of these mix-ups with Raccoon, Shuma, Dorm, you're in a bad place. So patience is key in order to make this game plan work. Oh my goodness, what a setup.
I couldn't agree more. There's a lot of momentum baked into this team setup, a lot of momentum baked into the way Salute plays. It definitely is hard to come back on when they get ahead. There's a lot of tools that can slow the match down between stalk and flare, traps, etc. So it's just very annoying if you don't get something going soon. But I think what you said initially about Captain America having some advantages here, I think that still kind of makes sense. What NickBad needs to do now is get that into practice, and they're doing what they want, which is jump and control a little bit of space. But I feel like Salute was dialing in on that, and then inevitably finds a hit here.
I feel like this is a matchup where you need a lot of matchup knowledge in order to abuse why it's a positive matchup for you. I feel like Captain America can just really stand there and just launch or charging star depending on the option from Shuma, but if you're jumping around, that's where you can give your opponent a little bit of a chance to call that Spitfire assist, go for the fuzzy guard mix-up right there with Shuma. And Shuma's one of the highest hitting damage characters in the game, so if he touches you, even if it's off a throw, you're pretty much getting deleted. It's all up to Strider at this point, which is not a bad character to have a reliance on at the end, but still, you still have to block the mix from Salute. You're gonna get Carpet here, the classic, the Ranma-sama paradigm mix-up, and let's see what happens.
Alright, so he does get out, and man, Wolf, I like his odds if he gets a hit here, but we actually get saved by the Shuma Beam. Can we convert this? Nicely done by NickBad. He actually gets out, but we're saving the meter. I like that. Oh, it's getting a little weird. We have more hits. No, that is going to be a cooked Strider. No confirms, don't need it, just gonna run them out. Grind it down. More pressure strings. NickBad's X Factor has all but run out, and then we're just gonna have meter. I mean, we do have meter, but it's gonna take a lot of hits. A lot of hits.
Yep, and Strider made out of wet paper only really needs to get blessed once in order to pass into the next game, and that's precisely what happens 2-0. For the if there's an adaptation from NickBad, I would really love to see Nick just stand there and launch. There's nothing Shuma can do there, but goes for the Deadpool, goes for that zoning game. Also not a bad idea, but you still have to be very wary of when the assist is being called. Spitfire is everything for SalutexMO's plan. Let's see what happens here. The zoning in NickBad's favor. Going for the guns, going for the Bangr right there. And that teleport, oh, I don't know if I agree because you put yourself in a mix-up situation. And now Wade Wilson is absolutely gone from the screen, Kinder Party. What do you think is going to happen next? But the commentators first. Oh, back to the neutral.
I mean, I get the impulse, right? Because in the first game, you literally backed up a little bit with Captain America, held the Spitfire, got mixed, and died. So in game 2, Captain America being active, trying to jump around, trying to make shield flashes, etc. And yeah, you get punished for it. And I see what you're saying. you could slow it down and just get these punishes, you'd be in a good situation. And then here we are now in game 3. We haven't quite found out that game plan, but switching in Deadpool did allow him to stay active like he wants to. He found an opportunity. Dormammu was finally dead, but now Shuma-Gorath is going to be able to start the comeback. And with your Raccoon on deck, yep. Oh, this is going to get really nasty. These layers are going to come in deep.
Oh my god, the Raccoon puts the net up right there.
Come on. Come on. Oh, he's out.
Oh my goodness. I feel like Rocket Raccoon was decided by the Hanna-Barbera executive for the mix-up right there. Let's see what happens here. Goes for the trap, but now there's nothing Spider can really do except just like match orb. It has to be very careful with the push bucks. Try to bless Shuma right there. The trap ended up paying off in Strider's favor, but still you have to be aware. Trap again just to get command of the neutral, dig in for a little bit, and you have to hold this mix. The teleport disruptor is also one of the timeless strategies in this game, and it pays off perfectly for Salute, getting this 3-0 over NickBad. Just the patience and positioning was beautiful by Salute.
I mean, I think I might have even literally seen Live and Legend on Xbox Live at some point myself personally. But yeah, these guys are TNS regulars. They play in basically just about every single tournament I've ever commentated, and they are also regulars of top 8, so do not be fooled by the some of the uncharacteristic picks you see. Ryu, of course, on Zenppol's team, and then Chris, Wesker, Akuma. Just an odd, look at this pressure. Just an odd team all over from Live and Legend. Hey Neo, shouts to Neo in the chat, and shouts to Corky J for 18 months subscribed to the Tampa Never channel. Thank you, Corky. Yeah, I love Corky.
Corky, a big Disneyland fan, and speaking of Disneyland, there is nothing more fun for Chris Redfield than fighting Ryu, I would say. That's like the perfect character that you would want to fight, but Akuma's a whole different thing. He has the projectile nullification. Chris Redfield is out of the picture. Zenppol managing the resources well. Optimus Prime combo right here, and now Wesker has to hold his mix. Very Pringles, but tagged in. Ryu just goes for the meaty. Synchronized swimming right after drops, but gets the reset right there. Reset of time, a drop again, and things could get nasty for Zenppol because of that mistake, my friend.
That's brutal. Yeah, I mean, that's just the awkwardness, right? Unfortunate, but Deadpool's gonna have a chance here. We do get out, so we are gonna get to play. Oh, Wesker doesn't get the hit on the way down, and the humans just kind of get jammed up there. So we're back to neutral with a very even bar situation, but a slight edge in HP for Live and Legend, except if you get comboed, that's gonna be a snap actually. Well, we go for the
agree
meaty.
with you, because Living Legend is well known for the Akuma combats, right? But
I think you're
he
absolutely
is
right,
always
dude.
willing to spend that X factor on the last character. So if you go for that snap right there, you kind of throw the flowchart a little bit out of the loop, and that's what Zenppol is preying on. Wesker, an easier character to mix, no invincible options, trying to force out a mistake, but goes for the Siempre Pega. It literally always hits their party, and now it's last character against last character. This next mix decides everything.
Oh, just catches it. That's like a raw punish there. Beautiful from Live and Legend. I mean, it's a decent option for Zenppol. We've seen it from Akuma plenty of times on incoming. Yo, Kino, thank you for the Prime sub, by the way. Anybody who drops their Prime sub on the channel, you only get one. This is a great place to do it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot.
Absolute loyalty. Thank you, J Max Spaz. Thug activities, absolutely. There's no more thuggery than Deadpool against Chris Redfield. I feel that very few characters in this game actually pull out Glocks in the middle of a fight. They take the superhero aspect out of this game. Let's see what happens here. Go for the overhead. Very slow, but very intimidating. Sometimes you even know it's coming and you're like, nah, he's not gonna do it. And then it happens and you just get absolutely blessed. Right now though, what a mix from Zenppol. No confirmation. The very last hit of Akuma kind of interrupted it, and just going for the chip out in order to try and achieve safety. Excellent safety, but I don't know if I agree with this decision right now, unless you get the hit. And if you do get rid of Akuma, this is a beautiful scenario for Zenppol, my friend.
Yeah, he does have to spin the X Factor, so that's a cost, but he is ahead. Oh, that's huge too. Big punish, so you force out a meter from Wesker. The glasses are off, that's one thing from Live and Legend. But yeah, Zenppol definitely taking control over this match. He actually goes for the combo reset here, the TAC fake, and Living Legend fights out and finds a bread and butter of their own. Just gonna go ahead and go to X Factor. I don't hate this. This is gonna kill him. No meter spent. Wow.
Oh my goodness. And just goes for the mix here. You still have to call that last mix with the explosion, but they're in the air. Face off. That was beautiful. Goes for the father and son synchronized swimming right there with Akuma Tatsu, Ryu Tatsu. Back to the neutral. And I feel that Ryu kind of beats Wesker if Ryu has meter. Let's see what happens here. Goes for the searchlight. Oh my goodness. Back to the defense right there. Blinks in. Tries to bait out a button. No punish right here. Goes up. What a read.
I see what you're saying. And Wesker right now definitely is in that territory where just one Shinku could totally melt his life bar. So there's some risk here for Living Legend. And now we're coming down to just Chris versus Ryu Akuma. God, I love this tournament, man.
Once again, this matchup is Disneyland for Chris Redfield, but if you don't have a lead, you have to go in, and that is not a fun scenario. However, gets the happy blue right after. It's always the happiest place on earth for Living Legend, and right now, level 3 hitting him with the Lincoln tablet. I don't know what he's saying actually, but that's what it sounds like, and Zenppol gets robbed right there, Kinder Party. 2-0. Oh my goodness, what a comeback from Living Legend. Beautiful stuff.
Dude, that was nasty. I mean, Zenppol, I get it. You got Akuma Tatsu, man. You want to hit that button, bro. But just now we're in game 3. You're going to lose the Deadpool here. This is crucial. We finish this.
And he hit him with the knife right at the beginning. It was absolutely insane. If your opponent has a knife, you don't approach. This is important for Marvel and for real life. If you guys have been to arcades in Mexico, you know what it's about. But now Ryu just getting locked down here by the flamethrower. Things are absolutely crazy, my friend. Let's see what happens. Eagle landing right there. Eagle land once more. And Ryu just trying to get in. I feel that at this point, you have to bet it on a lucky call out right there with the super. But it doesn't really matter as Living Legend gets the confirmation right here. The boulder punch into a dead Ryu. Kinder Party, what can Zenppol do here?
Eggs in the basket, baby. We have the I was about to say we have all the potential loaded into this Zenppol comeback. We have the X Factor, we have the meter, but Living Legend not gonna let it happen with the perfect. Sets up the nice situation on the last character, so no chance to even watch Sparty's performance in that tournament. Watching him play offline against other players in the UK, that was a super treat. And they really are just godlike, man. Shout out to Sparty, you're a real one. But Bangr got something to say about that. Pulling up with Hulk, Shuma-Gorath, Rider, and Ninja is already... Bro, Iron Fist already clapped, half health.
It is just kind of crazy, and I just can't believe how Spartan Throne manages to play all the way from the UK. This is incredible, but there are many things I don't understand about the UK, like why they add an R to the end of Vegeta. We will never know, but what we do know is that Spartan Throne is an absolute king right here for showing up to every TNS and putting up such a great performance. This is conventionally a hard matchup for Hulk, but it seems that without the proper assist, like Beam, Hulk can actually make this very, very competitive, but Spartan Throne shows no fear in the face of Bruce Banner. This is a She-Hulk Episode 1 Banner right now at the moment, and Wolverine is just slicing and dicing, my friend.
Yo, I don't know where Banger's from, but damn. I like the team, right? We got the Jane synergy, the Hulk Shuma-Gorath, we've seen that before. But the addition of the Strider, that's really interesting. Bangr from Boston. Okay. I like this. This is good. Oh,
I like
on Strider, but now we're gonna get the kill.
Yeah, because once Strider is out, Shuma's a character that really needs to be supported. Shout out to Mundank, subscribing from the Samsung Smart Fridge right there. Much love. Let's see what happens here. Shuma getting the blessing right there, an Iron Fist. Is it going to be enough? Not enough. Chip out, goes for the Mystic Ray. Goes in once again, and Bangr just trying to make things happen, but Spartan Throne is going to DHC into the Dormammu, control the situation a bit better. Pillars, then Wolverine. Now you have to hold this, Nick, and it's not an easy one to hold, my friend.
Okay, Shuma-Gorath off the top rope, but still alive. Wolverine gonna get chipped out potentially, so we have a little bit of comeback potential left here, but Dormammu, if they get a little bit of space, they will create a lot of problems. Yeah, nicely done. Just jumps back with the button, uses the Rising Fang assist combo. Good option there for the party.
I just like that Sparty understands that this might not be the most mobile Marvel, so he just plays a very simple and clean game plan. You know, if you're in range, stand H, call assist, and Berserker slash. And if you're not in range, just patience, back up. And Bangr is going to have to commit because Hulk does not have that great zoning options unless you have a life lead. And at the beginning of the match, it's just so intimidating. Strider gets snapped in, and we're going to see potentially a dead Strider if Sparty gets this next DHC correctly.
Losing Strider is pretty brutal. Losing Shuma, even worse at this point. And if you're talking about just Hulk making this comeback, I don't like it, man. Yeah. Bread and Butter's going to put him away. Not going to have to spend too much. Just a couple bars here. We're going to have a little bit of stalking flare left over even. Yikes. Not good.
You set up the carpet there, and I feel like everybody gets hit by that mix-up. So here's a freebie, okay? Just block low. It's not a true unblockable because you can push block the low first. Let's see what happens though. Sparty content with just running away because Hulk doesn't get any speed buffs in X Factor. That would be terrifying if it happened, but it's just energy buff right there. More power does not matter when you get dive kick right there.
I hate this for Bangr. Obviously, I love Sparty, so not a terrible thing to see Sparty stack some dubs up here. It's pretty exciting. Always an exciting team, an exciting playstyle. But I know there's stuff in here that Bangr wants to show off, and I know there's some answers. But it is a hard matchup, like you said earlier. Having the Lariat assist traditionally with Hulk as a pairing kind of alleviates some of that stress. But choosing to actually go Shuma first because it was annoying enough.
I mean, yeah, if the original game plan doesn't work, you can always go for an adaptation, and it's working out correctly. The crouch medium has that attraction property from Shuma. Goes for the command grab right there, and that command grab might have been a little bit too greedy. Bangr getting sliced up right now, belly style, and this DHC could mean the end of Shuma and the potentially great setup right now. Will he go for it? No. Sparty just goes back to the neutral. Dark Hole into Thrust to the other side is one of the most intimidating yet simple mix-ups that this game offers. And once again, tagging Strider back in. Beautiful block. You cannot block forever from your party.
Yeah, this is looking pretty bleak. Once again, Strider going to be picked apart. We're going to be just with Hulk left. X Factor still in the tank, so if we get a confirm here, we can make it a pretty juicy one. No meter though, so that is one thing going for Bangr here. But what do? You just basically have to jump. You have to be so passive. Very careful. You can't
feel that
commit.
if you're Hulk in this scenario, yes, you close your eyes, you let whatever god you believe in take the wheel, and then you try to kill in the next two mix-ups. I would activate X Factor here just to do something crazy. Let's see what happens. Goes for the command grab setup. No fear. Beautiful punish from Sparty. And this could be the end with the proper optimization. No drops. Beautiful stuff. And Hulk is out of the picture. 3-0 for Spartan Throne. The UK's best. Fish and chips triumphs over Boston. What Spiral can come up with for this next match should be a crazy set right here. Both of these players are just interacting, Spiral retreating, trying to set things up, but you can't really stone Wolverine Dr. Doom. You kind of have to win the point war, make them call the assist first, and then go in, because that's when Wolverine is vulnerable. And I feel like Spiral is doing just that perfectly. Gets the confirmation right here, but not enough, and then doesn't capitalize on a happy birthday. Gets blessed. Let's see what happens here. Gonna go into the Vergil extension. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill. Drops it too, so giving Carl an opportunity, and then just going for the MVCI punish right there, just super from full screen. See what happens. Going into the stalking flare. Okay, charging up the spells. Nice. Pillar, and this is a bad matchup for Dr. Doom. I feel that what makes Dr. Doom stand out when you're playing the Dr. Doom Vergil shell is when you have the 2 meters, and precisely you have the option to DHC out, make them hold the mix, and that's where it gets terrifying. Spiral though intelligently puts up that stalking flare in order to stone the Wolverine out, modo cucaracha, throwing out the purple haze right there. Maggie Simpson's birthday. Oh my goodness. And Ampz just hasn't been able to capitalize on Spiral's opportunities that he's given him. Let's see what happens here. Shuma, that's the forbidden Shuma color. I never want to see it ever again, but hopefully the players listen to us. That's a beautiful mix though. X Factor right here. Yep, keep it simple. And then all you need to do is get this extension. Flame carpet into super. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You don't need anything else. We have 1-0 lead here on Spiral's side, but Ampz did have a lot of opportunities, especially at the beginning of the match. Raw tagging into Shuma. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with this decision because I feel that Shuma's the heart of Spiral's team, but we'll see what happens here. Hits him with El Mal de Ojo. Things are getting a little bit crazy. Oh my goodness, the Mystic Ray just keeping everything at bay, but how long can you keep a man that cannot die by conventional means away from you? Let's see what happens here. Does not get the optimal punish. Oh my goodness. Things are getting a little bit hectic at the moment. Shuma gonna get the confirmation right here after that failed happy birthday. Oh my lord. Okay, goes for the Stalking Flare. Gonna set up the unblockable here. No, just fighting the bad matchup. Nice. I like the mix, but Ampz sees the way out, punishes Dormammu, and Shuma escapes because of that cosmic weight. Looking really, really interesting. Let's see what happens here. DHC, perfect. No, just goes for the X. Interesting stuff. Fighting it out with Dante right here. Oh my goodness. Beautiful extension, very optimized stuff from Spiral, but you have to deal with Vergil. Nice cross-up, blows out the Helmbreaker. You have to be very good blocking with Vergil in the year 2022. Let's see what happens here. And Kinder Party. I can't believe these matches, you know, it's just been so many opportunities for Ampz and just no capitalizing. I feel like the neutral has been there, just not the execution.
Slipping through the fingers, man. Absolutely. That's definitely been the name of the game. But you're right when you say the opportunities have been there. So once again, you find another one. We're gonna get it started. We need to make it count, and we get out again. I mean, another throw is fine, but eventually we have to start putting characters away. Let's go. Pick him up. Put him down. Oh no! There could be some delay here for Ampz. I'm not sure the location. So that's always important to consider when we're playing online tournaments.
Absolutely, and that's always a conscious choice too, you know. There's a lot of players that are amazing at this game that choose not to play online because of the execution mistakes, but if you're going to enter an online tournament, you absolutely have to consider that you have to practice in a different setting, you know. It's like the Mario underwater level sometimes.
Yes. You couldn't be more right. Speaking of Dormammu's tool, most disgusting Vergil, thank you for the subscription with the Twitch Prime. Once again, you only get one Twitch Prime, so if you drop it here, thank you so much. It's a great place to do it. Chaotic Flame is a pretty interesting tool because Dormammu, whenever you think about them, it's a character that you kind of want to exploit on the defensive, but Chaotic Flame and its speed and just being able to punish so well full screen actually gives him so much lethality. But right now, Ampz is going to be able to fight back with Vergil and kill Shuma-Gorath. No! Not again. It actually gets hit on the noggin, dude. No way. No way.
And the dive right there. And that's such a great DHD, forces to really respect stuff. And Vergil is a character that can't really mash teleport like he likes to in other matchups against Dormammu, precisely because of the Chaotic Flame. And right here, this should be more than enough. The Volcano just does the right damage, and it's a 3-0 for Spiral, but
tournament wins, and they just sand through the fingers, slip through in an instant. I mean, you couldn't have said it better, dude. That was waxing poetic if I'd ever heard it. And we're gonna hopefully not get treated to the same thing that we expect from Frankie G. We hopefully have a competitive match here. Weeberman bringing it with his best, with literally a character that cannot fight Magneto in the air. No, literally no option to fight.
You have to run away until he lands, you know? It's kind of the similar thing with fighting MODOK. Force him to land in an uncomfortable scenario, and Weeberman has mastered that art with Iron Fist. Goes for the overhead. Nice awareness from Frankie, but gets blessed by the Rising Fang right there. Magneto is out of the picture. And this is just looking rough. No mix from Iron Fist until you have to hold it on the ground. And this should be a snap against Vergil if Weeberman is trying to win this game. Let's see what happens here. Goes for the meeting, understands where Frankie G hailed from, knows to respect the match and incoming, and goes for the team super right there. Beautiful stuff, forcing out the X. Oh my goodness, Frankie's terrified at the moment, Kinder Party.
That was gross. I like what Weeberman's looking for with that attempt to team super. It was expensive though, so now we're pretty far behind on meter. Ryu gonna do a little bit of meat shield work here. Trying to fight out of the corner, but just gets hit. Dr. Doom's gonna be able to snap out Akuma, or snap in Akuma if he wants to. And I wouldn't hate that because there's a lot more potential in the comeback for that character than Ryu. Doesn't matter, Frankie's just gonna kill him.
Yep, Frankie has the cucaracha mode activated, wanting to make the most out of the damage here. Not getting a lot of meter gain though, but wants to run out that Devil's Trigger in order to go for the mix. Goes for the different side, and the patience from Weeberman. Another Akuma player would have done the DP Super X Factor, but not Weeberman. Weeberman is a man that's ready. The trade right there, kind of unfortunate, and just go back to the new trade here. There's the punish, but not the right one, and just like we were saying, watching Frankie G is like watching a baby try not to die. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, drops it again, and gives Weeberman a chance, but takes it away right after. Frankie is a man of mystery in this party.
I'm imagining my my what was it, 3-year-old niece stumbling around the room, bumping into things when I watch Frankie G play. That's funny. That's so funny. Now that you described it that way. Well, yeah, I gotta agree with Chad on this one. Iron Fist is one of the hypest characters to just watch play. I mean, it's such a struggle. I get it. It's a pick of passion, but man, it's so beautiful whenever it actually gets going. Not this time though. Frankie G shuts it down. Dr. Doom able to handle the neutral and put Iron Fist away. Ryu's gonna have to hold this mix up. That's another bread and butter. Which goes right into the level 3 into the hard tag, I imagine. We're running basically the exact same situation as last game.
Yep, and you know, it's hard when you're coming in with Ryu. You have to pray for Frankie to give you an opportunity, and you know, the Lord delivers. Let's see what happens here. Just gonna go for the safe THC, trying to fight out the neutral. I don't agree with tagging in Magneto right there. I feel that you kind of have to force the resources out of Akuma first, because it's just so vulnerable. See? This should be 2 the characters, maybe. Nope, Dr. Doom living on a prayer, John Bon Jovi style, but the Hadouken zoning might not be the answer here for Weeberman. Tough spot for both of these players. Ooh.
Unfortunately, Ryu just gets clipped, and now they're out of the equation. Akuma coming with no bar whatsoever. We do still have X Factor though. Oh, we use our cancel and we find the payload just like that. Dash in low. Frankie's gonna lose the Vergil. Magneto and Dr. Doom really just bleeding. He's actually gonna try to just force an X Factor? Really? Frankie G. What do you think about that?
Agree with it?
Yeah,
I feel like
mean,
Frankie
like
might
that.
explode at any moment. Oh my goodness, Weeberman gets blessed by the rock, but no confirmation. Things are so terrifying. Goes for the low again, double low. Frankie's not confirming, but gets the hit after. And this is what I'm talking about.
Bumping around the living room. Bumping around the living room.
Destiny was real Kinder Party. She could not predict what Frankie's going to do next. No one can. Not even Wildcard and Paddle could. And oh my goodness, what a crazy match we recorded.
Yeah, it's been exciting. We knew it would be. Weeberman now trying to actually get this going again. We had success in the first game. We had good hits. We bring Vergil back in. Whoa, that is no. That much sauce was put on the mix, and somehow it goes horribly wrong for Weeb. That sucks, man. That was actually very crispy, but Weeberman just gets an unfortunate spacing. Oh, my man Wolf. It's sad, ain't it? I mean, good for Frankie. Good for our child bumping around the living room, but it's kind of sad, right?
Yep, Frankie with the Rugrat strat, but let's not forget that this is still Frankie. He could still find a way to lose here. Needs to clean it up. Let's see what happens here. Goes for the level 3. Not going to be enough to kill. Ryu is going to have one shot, one opportunity, just like the Eminem song. Goes for the TAC here. Okay, there's no way Frankie messes this one up.
No,
and that's
Weeberman, no. Damn.
I hate to say this, Kinder Party, but
not to say that Spiral's not a threat, not to say that they aren't very, very close in power level, but I just think with the pedigree of tournaments that Frankie's been to, this will be an upset. Spiral is a freak though, so I'm not surprised at all that we get the neutral starting in his favor. What are we gonna do here? We reset? Oh,
that was beautiful. Excuse me, Wolf?
that was insane. And speaking of crouch mediums, this is not the one that I wanted to see, but it worked out perfectly. Blows up Frankie's up back right there. Gonna be just enough damage to get the stalking flare set up. Gonna set up the 2 hits right there, 3. Doesn't matter. Puts up the carpet, tags in Dante, and what is Dr. Doom gonna do? Dr. Doom is gonna get blessed because nobody blocks low. For some reason, people just love up backing the carpet. It's their prime, instinct right there, and it doesn't really pay off for Frankie. Vergil's getting blessed. This is a canonical fight right here, and with Vergil out of the picture, Frankie's gonna need Spiral to have an SDP in order to bring this one back.
That Spiral is 100% running it, and we have, I was about to say, we have the good matchup with Dormammu out, but even still, with all of the layers, there was still time to run one more mix-up, so now Frankie G's Doom is with about 40% life left, and a ton of neutral to work with. Spiral's just going to be able to repeat these patterns. There's not a whole lot that Frankie can do to challenge.
Frankie picked rock, so he wanted to mash the THC right there.
Oh, sure.
And you can't really do that, and that's just such an important tool in the Doom Dormammu game where you have to like go for the THC with Doom and just hope that something happens when Dormammu has no meter and Frankie just forgot.
Right, you're absolutely right. Well called, and we're gonna see an immediate switch of assists for Frankie. Goes back to the plasma beam. But Spiral was looking very crisp, very accurate. We're talking about one throw, one air throw that started that momentum for Spiral and just ran away with it.
Yep, and Magneto, Doom, Vergil is a shell that I am so used to watching. Had Takumi live with me for like 2 years, and when I see Frankie, it's like he just sees different things, than what Takumi sees, and it's just so beautiful because it feels like life is just numbers to Frankie G, and right now the numbers are in the red right now, not profiting at all. The Spiral is just calling out every single one of Frankie G's approaches, except the one that was most obvious. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Asian, 28 months, crispy marble feed indeed. It does look beautiful. The production assets coming in big tonight, making the Dante pressure look even better. But now it's Dr. Doom's turn, walking him to the corner. Doesn't matter, Dr. Doom not able to lock out the Shuma assist, and that buys Dante everything they need to create some more separation. Oh, but wait a minute, Frankie actually finds a hit. So this is now swinging entirely back in Frankie G's favor because we're not going to have to spend much on this. Barely anything, if any. And we're basically completely even now. How did Dr. Doom miss Dormammu there? Excuse me?
I mean, this is a crazy game. Frankie G goes for a double side switch. Oh my goodness. And Dormammu's not going to like your goes for the TAC. Doesn't quite pay off. The Stalking Flare right there, just beautiful strings that you have to be a very calculated Dormammu player to do. And the pillars here are just going to maintain Vergil in chip range. It should be more than enough to lead Vergil, and this is matchup bad, my friend. Meteors, Stalking Flares, Volcanoes. What can Dr. Doom do? Frankie G's going to need a miracle. Goes for the butter gun right there. And miracle happens.
No way.
This is Franklin we're talking about, my friend, and it's all down to one Dr. Doom mix and Frankie's execution, so anything can happen.
Well, Shuma-Gorath is one incoming situation. The missiles actually kind of bail them out here, and Dr. Doom being so low and only having basically 2 meters, still kind of has to go in. But then Spiral just does the forward rolling eyeball and gets kicked in the back of the eyes. And that's a blended squid.
If Frankie does rocks here and Spiral neutral tech level 3, it killed. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I forget Shuma's made out of wet paper as well. It will be like that. And
Squid
Frankie
HP,
puts
bro.
one on the board. 1-1, just as we were expecting. This is such an even matchup. And even though Frankie is not technically the most gifted or the best, he is the Frankiest. And sometimes that's all you need to clutch out a game.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. 1-1. So it's been good games from Spiral overall, though. I think Spiral, in general, has controlled the pace. So there's a lot of potential that could have been 2-0, but Frankie able to keep it scrappy, bring it back, 1-1, fighting the Doom. So now it's going to be up to Frankie to get something going with Magneto, but we don't get that. Dante with another hit now and a chance to get something started. So really, it's been Spiral that's been in the driver's seat.
feel that Spiral just needs to run the game plan, and Frankie's falling for it. I see Spiral dominate the neutral, and Frankie is the person that, even though Spiral's playing Shuma, Frankie's the one thriving off chaos right here. Goes for the snap. Meaty setup right there, but not meaty enough. Manages to escape, and Frankie with the challenges. This is what Frankie needs. Goes for the optimal combo as well. You don't really see that one often.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say that. Well done. Tyrannosaurus, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Darren F. Enjoy that, Darren. And Vergil gets the reset here. Yeah, we love you, Tyrannosaurus. 85 gifted in the channel. That's huge. I was about to say, we get back to neutral, and if we kill Dante, it's pretty even, and we're going to go ahead and get the hit in the X Factor immediately, right at the top. Going to kill this character. I like it. Dormammu's been a problem. You can kind of control Shuma-Gorath. There's some weaknesses you can exploit, and you got a lot of X Factor time left. There's plenty. Ooh! It's out, though.
I feel that Frankie's committing too hard. Ooh, a Spiral with the call-out right there with Shuma. Should be enough to get rid of Vergil. Nice optimal stuff. What's the mix? Do you just go for the unblockable here? No. Goes for the tentacle divin right there, not the feet divin. Let's see what happens here. Just web ball all over the place. This is so chaotic. Frankie trying to ice out the Shuma-Gorath. Play some honest neutral right now. But if you have the life lead, you should be the one, you know, trying to push it away. Spiral just looking like he's in the lead, but Frankie just not doing anything to prevent that. Oh my goodness, Kinder Party, this could go either way. Lots of eyes are being chucked out, and the great Kaiser right there with the sub, appreciated so much in the middle of this tense point.
Oh no, why go
that was
in?
a cross-up.
Why go in? Why go in? That I feel like that one advance right there, that gave Frankie the only real opportunity he had to find a clean hit, and it immediately happens. He immediately foot dives, and Spiral now is behind. So now, where it looked like in neutral with Dante was winning us so many advantages, we are somehow 1-2 down. And if Frankie gets it going with the Magneto here, it could be really bad. Once again, though, punish. So, okay, nicely done. Spiral once again winning the neutral. Shout out to Hunter and dropping the prime on the channel. You only get one, you drop it here.
I'll do the Haggar Mexican flight mode when I can enter with a little better internet. Let's see what happens here, though, because the only flight mode that Magneto's having is the flight back home. Gets chipped out. Is not looking good. Back to Genosha with you, and let's see. Oh my god, that was such a tricky mix-up, different sides. I feel that if you push lock in that scenario, you get put in a worse situation. Carl tried to get the fancy extension, did not pay off, and giving Frankie an opportunity to play is always terrifying because this man will tag in Vergil and do whatever it takes in their party.
This is the point war again, but the Vergil with his last meter, fighting. Oh, Team Super here. We forced an X Factor, and now we're going to get goofy. I like it. We hit low. Are we going to be able to keep this optimal? Ooh, the volcano, nicely done. That's going to kill. And Frankie built no bar because they were in Devil Trigger. So now Dr. Doom's coming in, nothing. But Spiral jumps forward and just gets... dude, no. This can't happen again. Another SDP? Please. Please.
Surely not.
There is no way, right? There is no way.
This is a bad matchup for Dr. Doom, so...
Dormammu should be able to run some patterns here. Should be able to keep it pretty basic and limit Dr. Doom's options to basically nothing. So,
oh my goodness. Okay, this is what Frankie needed. The one opening gets the buttergun, doesn't confirm it, and that could be crucial. Tries to punish the Shuma, but you have to be really careful. Frankie to run straight into the meteors, and this is a 2-2 scenario. Spiral put one on the board. Last match of the set. I don't know what to feel. My heart is beating right now, and it really comes down to Frankie play the best he can play, or will he do a Remy Martin at this point? Gets hit by Dante, and Spiral looking good at the beginning of the match, but as long as Vergil's still a thing in their party, anything can happen.
I think the name of the game has been the lockdown of the Magneto. Not being able to get that started, not being able to get anything going with the point has been pretty brutal. It's been all Vergil and all Dr. Doom. But right now, Dante getting pressured in the corner by the brother. Return to the cannon battle. Oh, the hard tag just trades but then Spiral not blocking low, so Frankie just actually gets a box dash with Vergil, a rare actual improvement. And double trigger. Oh, it just falls out. The weird Shuma body. So now we're not gonna continue the combo. We're gonna lose the combo and try to reset neutral one more time.
That excuse us while both Kinder Party and I try to regain our brain cells because this is some cosmic marvel at the moment. Let's see what happens here. Frankie with the wrong confirmation, just helms being broken, plasmas being thrown. Dormammu walks out and then reset right in between. Oh my goodness, not gonna be enough to kill here. Might actually do it with the proper amount of kids. Dormammu's a big boy. And now it's all down to Shuma and Dante, but Spiral has shown that his Dante is nothing to stop at. Let's see what happens here. Gonna tag into Dante. Once that Shuma in the back, mixed. Vergil gets blessed. No confirmation. Sorry, Magneto. And Kinder Party, this is so difficult to commentate because how do you understand that which cannot be understood?
Well, that's part of what Frankie does, is create a lot of really scrambly situations. And Spiral was trying to match that energy, and it didn't go super well. Now that we're back in neutral, I like what Spiral can do. Spiral can try to set something up and get the big punishes on Magneto like we were before. But unfortunately, now that we've lost Mystic Ray, and now that we've been thrown, Frankie's definitely going to be able to put this one away pretty easily. But this is a 3-2. It was close, though, if I've ever seen one. Legitimately, those first games were so much.
Does Haggar just steamroll like JasonKido has accustomed us to? Or does Salute run away with this one with El Mapache, with the Rocket Raccoon Kinder Party?
Yeah, and it looks like Jason's going to choose to start Magneto here. So we're going to try to punish Shuma with some more mobility and not play the long game, not play the, the dash up block forever while Salute runs away. But I like that option. I think that's cool. I mean, you play Magneto, and yeah, traditionally Jason will play them in the anchor slot, but we've seen times where Jason brings out the mobile option first, but this time the mobile option finds itself glued in the corner, stuck in under a block hole, and Shuma-Gorath with an easy mix into a kill with no bar on Magneto, and an incoming mix-up. Dormammu gets out. That's fortunate, but pretty tough start for Jason.
Absolutely, and I agree with tagging in Haggar. I'm actually really surprised that Jason didn't just start Haggar, because I feel like Haggar decimates Shuma-Gorath. Like, there's nothing Shuma can do. What is he gonna do? Tip you out for half an hour? It's not going to happen. So you might as well just bully the squid, Now the squid gets the mix right here. Gonna go for the fuzzy. This is not gonna be enough to kill because of the scaling from the Dark Hole. So we might see a reset from Salute at any of these points. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, so optimal though, so much damage as well.
And you need it right on this big health bar, so he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Gonna get one more here, look at this.
And I stand corrected, it was enough, beautiful optimization. Oh my goodness, down to JasonKido's Dormammu, let's see what happens here. The squid mix covers too much, and Salute just looking incredible. I can't believe the level of Shuma play that we're witnessing right now in this party.
Top to bottom, that was good neutral. Great incoming setup lockdown, minimizing the options for Jason, and then execution. No drop combos, kept it nice and clean, high damage, milking everything out of their opportunities and finding success. But now Jason, with the counter punch, finds the happy birthday early. We're going to go right into the chaotic flame. It's going to do so much damage. We could kill Shuma. Oh, I was going to say we can kill Shuma if we want to, but yeah, I mean, he gets out.
I feel like that was not a bad decision, precisely because of that. Any interaction with Shuma gets blown up. A lot of good counter call assist. Beautiful X Factor right there. I'm surprisingly vulnerable, and Salute is gonna get the kill right here, but dropped it, and this is crucial. Now just X Factor, stand back. Dormammu has to commit, tries to run out the X, but JasonKido does not react in time. Oh my goodness, the meteors come out, no mix. X Factor time running out for Salute, needs to make something happen. And JasonKido just looking for the opportunity to lock down Dormammu or go for the DHC into his own dorm. Does not happen, and Salute just hunting for that crouch medium. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Going to do this level 3 right here into the level 1. Try to get rid of Magneto. It's going to be enough. And now this is Dorm on Dorm violence. Who is truly the ruler of the Dark Dimension?
Yeah, Salute not giving up, but unfortunately actually whiffs there on the incoming setup. So Jason able to find a pretty easy confirm, and that should be enough. Ties it up. 1-1 with the OTG. No, he's alive. Are you kidding me? Kinepari, shut your face. Okay, now he's gone. 1-1.
So hard to escape that. I feel that the only time I've ever seen anyone escape the chip damage from Dormammu's eruption was Chris G against F-Champ at the season's beating, the last one. I feel like that was one of the most incredible things I have ever witnessed to this date, but it did not happen right now. SalutexMO just trying to out neutral the Magneto here, and it does happen that one mistake might be enough to start the steamroll right here, because neither Dorm nor Haggar have many options against the Dorm Shuma shell once Dorm tags in.
Just so ruthlessly efficient. And we're going to have more Stalking Flare left over. Whoa, wait a minute. He actually gets out and chooses the X Factor to save him, but then Haggar gets hit. He's going to be able to soak up a lot of this damage. But what does Salute do? Chooses to back off, and now Haggar has to play the jump game. We're going to bring back in Shuma, and now we get hit. So we had Dormammu. Well, we had the assist. We could have lamed it out, but now we're going to choose to bring back in Shuma. And now we're going to bring Dormammu back in again. I think we stay on Dormammu. I like this. We stay right here. What do you think?
I feel that the tag right there, that was called out beautifully by JasonKido, but the tag right there might have been just to set up the advantage and just try to get a safe call with the Stalking Flare of that DHC, very, very safe to throw out. But it doesn't matter if you're gonna run into Lariat right after, and Dormammu should be out of the picture here. The Shockwave not gonna be enough, but shift range right here.
No.
Going for the meteors into Stalking Flare, and this should be two dead characters. Oh my goodness, the pressure continues to do it. Stalking Flare comes out, gonna chip out Haggar, and this is looking suddenly borderline impossible for JasonKido. Can't PhD yet because the assist was getting punished. Dormammu gonna tag in, and Salute just looking beautiful at the moment.
I like the way Salute's playing. It seems like Salute is playing very vicious, finding those opportunities to make really big strides in the match and not dropping them. So we're getting execution, which is what you really, really need out of a team like this that's a little bit wonky and has to make those advantages go really far. And this is going to be another instance of that. I mean, we did let Magneto get away on the last one, but not this time. Well done. Here comes the setup. Oh, he gets it just barely, just barely.
And I wonder if we're going to see a Haggar tag, and right as we say it happened. It just looked like the opportunity to do it, and Shuma can't really do much about Haggar. Gonna mash it out completely just to get that safe DHC right there into Dormammu. Gets the confirmation, reset right after. Are we gonna X here? You have to, just to get rid of this character, get rid of the problematic assist. The extension here from JasonKido, beautiful stuff. Sets up the Stalking Flare. Gonna set up the carpet, maybe tag in Haggar. Absolutely, yeah. And goes for the guard break. Okay, gets the assist. And I feel that this is the game that JasonKido wants to be playing, but if you don't get rid of the Raccoon, it's still a struggle. Even though Raccoon is behind, you have to respect the neutral right there. Goes for the shimmy neutron. Doesn't pay off, and trying to hunt the Raccoon. Salute just getting that extra space. Kinder Party, this could still go either way. This is a scary matchup for Haggar.
Yeah, it is. Well, I was about to say, the other part of this is that Dormammu is, you know, pretty weak to teleports, and yeah, Rocket Raccoon does have a teleport, but I think the combined HP total between Haggar and Dorm there was putting a lot of pressure on Salute to move forward, so it was a little bit tough in that regard. 2-2, Jason ties it back up, but I think Salute has looked good, so we want to see Jason get another clean punish like we saw in the early game. Move the squid to the corner, track it down, and get that tri-dash offense started.
Oh, goodness. And this is a matchup that we haven't seen go like this for the past couple of games. It's either Magneto deletes Shuma or Shuma deletes Magneto, and this is the first time that they're playing neutral. I feel like this is just what JasonKido wants to force the committal approaches right there from SalutexMO until he has the 2 meters, goes for the Dormammu pressure right here, tags in Magneto, gets hit on purpose maybe, and the repulsion right there just to force out the Knicks, trying to run away, but the Stalking Flare is still there, and things are just so crazy at the moment. Nullifying the Stalking Flare finally, but back to the neutral, no meter on either side, and I feel that this is a matchup that Magneto just wins convincingly. What can Shuma really do outside of get a lockdown and pray. Not much gets hit, and with Shuma out of the picture, Salud has to block the Haggar mix, and that's always terrifying. Goes for the low, beautiful confirmation, and this should be a dead Dormammu, especially with X Factor to move further.
And Anchor Raccoon is a thing. This is definitely some potential here. We do have some meter, but we're going to lose a big chunk of life when we come in, and it's going to be tough. That is a huge way to start things off. If you can throw your opponent back into the corner, no! Dropping that snap is the worst thing that can happen, but we find another hit, so we still have a chance. No, we dropped the combo again. There's literally 3 hits from the X Factor 3 character to kill Haggar. And we're pretty much all gone. We get a little bit to start this confirm on Dormammu. Nice mix up there. The ambiguous log trap gives us what we want. So we actually are going to be able to kill Dormammu here. But Magneto versus Rocket Raccoon.
Down to, can you guess? And the tag right there, very brave from JasonKido. At respectable too. Now Dormammu gets to heal up, and you're just looking at the right opportunity to snipe Rocket Raccoon. Are you going to see a flight mode there out of the mix scenario? Oh my goodness, you have to respect that trap right there. JasonKido just flying out, trying to time out the Raccoon. Make some committal happen right there from SalutexMO, and at the very first sign of panic, he's gonna DHC, but Salut manages to clip the Magneto. Not enough meter to kill. This is very, very crazy. You have to go for the melee setup right there. Shades of Strider hear you, and there it is. There's the Stalking Flare DHC gonna tag Magnus right back in and try to make something happen, but the trap keeping Magneto on it. Oh my god, so much pressure, and at the end, with the tippy toes, the master of magnetism manages to take it. What an incredible set.
This is Marvel Night, baby. I mean, we have a few more shows left next week before the end of the sub goal. We'll have the Strive tournament. We'll have the KOF tournament. But it would be awesome if we could make the job for those cats really easy and get that sub goal as high as we can tonight. Flocker with a early hit in the neutral, and actually going with the Phoenix team. This is a classic look for Flocker. Is going to be able to put Nova away. I like spinning the meter here. That's fine. You're still at an advantage. This is okay. Ooh,
and that's the classic Flocker mix that actually hit same side. And Flocker always goes for it, because if you ask him what side was that, he'll say, I don't know. I just play the game. And that's what he does. He just plays the game, holds Buster. And my grandpa once told me, Kinder Party, fighting zero is like crossing the street. If it's red, you don't move. Any other color means move forward. So let's see what happens here. LiberalTerminator is going to actually be able to get rid of the zero, but Phoenix kind of close to those 5 meters. You have to bring out your best mix-ups, and that was not the best. Flocker managed to react and grab Spencer, and now Dr. Doom alone is a sticky scenario right there, my friend.
Yeah, I like spinning the X Factor. That makes sense, so you don't risk losing the Phoenix activation as much. And you still get the kill on a pretty deadly character, Spencer, who has anti-Phoenix tech. So you still want to neutralize that threat, but you're not overcommitting. Woohoo, here we go. Flocker challenging the X Factor 3 Doom. We love to see it.
Oh my goodness. And Flocker's Phoenix just looking very, very clean at the moment. I like the dashing away, trying to force out a mistake, and there it was. Should be more than enough. Might attempt the THC here. No, just gonna go for the optimal stuff. Spend the meter, maybe. Nope, back to the neutral. What is Dr. Doom really gonna do about Jean and the Dr. Doom assist? Not very much. LiberalTerminator getting put here in an uncomfortable situation, and as we were saying, you have to play the cleanest Nova of all time if you're trying to beat Flocker, because Flocker is very adept at the matchup, you know. Back in the day, Florida was full of all the crackhead Novas, you know, Tyson just mashing super left and right, and the clean Novas like Marvello. So you have to be very, very aware when you're fighting Flocker. He knows every single option and is ready for it. And LiberalTerminator is not going to catch Flocker off guard here. I would like to see a different approach, because just going in, you're going to get counter-poked in the party.
That's what Flocker wants. He wants to slow you down. He wants this to be draining for you. He does not this want to be, you know, he just wants it to be fun. And he actually is getting pretty much everything he wants to start this set. If Spencer dies here and we're just down to Dr. Doom again, we really don't like LT's chances, even if Flocker is low on the meter count, even if Phoenix is pretty distant. I don't think this matters.
I just feel that this is a struggle matchup right here. You have to really get a crazy mix with Dr. Doom, but there, Zero doing the Santa Claus right there through the chimney, catches the up back, and does not confirm. And this could be the one opportunity that LiberalTerminator needs, but drops it. That is such a crucial drop. You cannot let Zero live in a normal situation, and especially you cannot let Zero live when Phoenix is in the back. This is so terrifying. And LiberalTerminator just trying to get in with Dr. Doom, hasn't gotten to confirm, and Flocker finds the right spot. It was not the time to cross the street, and if Flocker cleans it up, this could be bad, but he didn't. So this is another chance once again for LiberalTerminator.
He actually got a good throw tech there. So another situation disarmed, and this confirmed has the potential to put it away. Just pick him up, put him down. Pretty simple stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
Nicely
Go for
done.
the Kiddo right there. The rainbow has been tasted, and LiberalTerminator in trouble here. Flocker proving that this Zero Doom Phoenix shell is very, very scary. And to answer some of the people in the chat, they were asking, have there ever been any Point Phoenix players? And I remember a guy named Deathwish who would start with Point Phoenix, Super, X-Factor, and Tag Out.
Yeah, I remember
That's the only thing I've ever seen. That's some lore though, but speaking of lore, what's happened with the match is not the norm right now. LiberalTerminator getting the hit on both Zero and Dr. Doom. And this should be a good scenario because Spencer does have the anti-Phoenix tech. Even if she were to transform, I don't see it being a bad look here for LiberalTerminator. But you have to kill her the right way, and ooh, this might just be enough.
I think he might not even need it. Yes, nicely done. Flocker dies just outside of the threshold. Is this going to be a classic? Is this going to be a classic? You control the opponent. You play the neutral. You whittle them down. You get up 2-0. You run the offense. And then you just get punched in the face 3 games in a row. There's potential here. There's potential here.
It could happen, you know. Marvel is a game all about momentum, and speaking of momentum, there's no better character than Nova to carry it forward. You know, we've seen players like LiberalTerminator, like Coach Steve, like Zenppol, Triumph, and that was a beautiful guard break setup, straight out of Sandwich's book. Let's see what happens here. Phoenix is out of the picture, but now you're letting Flocker spend the meter. And I feel like that's equally scary. This man was a Hawkeye player for the longest of time, so that means he's accustomed to playing only 2 characters. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness.
He chooses to actually X-Factor with Dr. Doom. Zero still sitting in the tank, and wow, LT confirms that. Nicely done. We're going to go into the tech, and we have X-Factor pop. So we don't get nearly as many reps. We don't have the assists on deck, but it doesn't matter. With the bonus, we're going to kill. Nice decision from LT. Zero's going to come in alone and with no X Factor. We do have 3 meters on deck. We have to survive this mix up. Not going to happen. Nice hit from LT.
Yep, that was beautiful optimization right there. Let's see what happens here. Could be more than enough to kill with the Nova extension right now. Go straight for it. Yes, 80k once more. Piercer extension and a dead Zero, and suddenly it was looking so convincing for Flocker, but what we're talking about at the beginning is that if LiberalTerminator gets that Nova momentum and just goes to town with the mix-up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Flocker's going to win the neutral because there is no neutral, and that's precisely what LiberalTerminator is trying to do at the moment. Gonna go for the mix here on Gene. What is it? Ooh.
Damn. Didn't need to go to the second layer on that one. Actually finds the hit on the grapple. So the the win condition has been neutralized once more, and this time we just get the hit on Dr. Doom on the incoming, so there's not going to be a lot of fight left in this one. We do have the option to snap. I don't really think it's necessary. I mean, Zero Anchor is definitely a problem in some situations. We've seen Movie have a lot of success here on the TNS stream, running that Zero Anchor, but just kill the team all the way through. I think this makes a lot of sense. We set up one more time, try to hit Zero on incoming. Could be the end.
I feel that that tag right there, okay, that was beautiful, but it was also scary because Zero still had X. Doesn't really matter though. LiberalTerminator managing to turn this one around and even ended with a perfect right here. Beautiful stuff.
Wow.
And this is a game of momentum, and if you lose your momentum, things like this can happen.
It's a big opportunity, and I know they play a lot, so they're going to want this. Big explosive potential in this matchup. But you got to give the damage. to Mundank. There's so much more damage potential in Mundank's team. Oh boy. But Ace is going to start us off.
But it's not about starting, my friend. It's about finishing. And the race has been finished right now by Mundank. Let's see what happens here. Gonna go for the simple stuff. This is easy super into super. Try to get the setup here with Spencer maneuvers into an ambiguous 50-50. You don't want Dormammu getting away, and especially you don't want that Magneto getting away. He's a little bit faster, and that is because he's dodging taxes just like his real life inspiration. So might be a factor, you know, in this matchup. Like Magneto and Magneto without the cape. He flies faster. Ace's return, making a little bit of space. Mundank trying to get in, and just beautiful defense from Aces. I feel like Nova's a counterintuitive character when fighting, because usually you want to block low and react high, but when you're fighting Nova, you want to block high and react low, and it's been paying off perfectly for Aces here. Even though Mundank just keeps pushing, trying to get that hit, Aces really needs to get rid of the Nova quickly.
There's still potential if we get rid of the Nova. You're absolutely right. But while that character is alive, things are problematic. Okay, nicely done. And we even get a little Spencer punish on the end of that. That's nice. That's huge. We pretty much just equalized 100%. We equalize on HP, we equalize on meter, but with a missed incoming opportunity, Ace's return. Oh my god. It's so funny how so funny how characters just fall into the arms of Spencer. His jump juggles.
I feel that it's also an art too. Like the Spencer players make it look easy, but those sorts of jump H juggles are just really masterful. And Mundank right there with the beautiful mixture on Ace's return. Dormammu didn't really let Dormammu do much right there, and it comes down to the pacing you were talking about. That extra gear that Mundank can access, it makes all the difference in the world, and hits him with El Camarón in the reverse. Oh my goodness, that's absolutely crazy. Nova gonna be out of the picture here if Mundank optimizes correctly. And the question you should be asking yourself right now, if your Ace's return is, do I block left or do I block right? Because when you're facing a 50-50, there's no point in trying to react. Just guess, and if you guess right, you might get into your opponent's mind. Let's see what happens here. Does not block, presses the button. And sometimes you have to think outside of the box, but it could also get you inside the box once Nova pressures you with that air dash, my friend.
That is nuts. The Mundank gear, I think we've hit it. He's playing fast, he's playing accurate, being impressive. I mean, Anchor Magneto can definitely do this. We've seen this become a new thing, kind of in the recent trends, but it's not going to get started this time. Mundank able to shut it down. Just a total wall of offense right now, holding down all the angles. Another crisp punish, and because this team does so much damage, even without X Factor, just the 2 meters on deck, we're going to very easily put this away. Mundank moves ahead to a 2-0 lead, and Aces. Really, you do not want to be playing from behind here. Not in any single game, not in the matchup, but certainly not in the set. It is vital to get things going. Your back is against the wall. What do we do here? Do we try TAC? What's the solution here? Reset?
You kind of have to go for the TAC. If you're not playing the Spencer damage engine, you better have like some Vergil swords or really good extensions of TAC, and that's precisely what happens here. Nova should do just enough damage to get rid of the opposing Nova, and Aces gets the mix here, just goes for the meaty into the leg, blesses Spencer Nova, drops it, and you can let the man get away. Because as soon as he falls to the ground, he's gonna call that assist, he's gonna slip at you, or he's going to bionic arm, and neither of those options is pretty good. Goes for the optimal thing here, but drops it, and this is the consequence, you know, of playing from the Samsung Smart Bridge. Goes for the tippy toe, but here comes the bionic arm. Mundank doesn't even X right there, just goes for the straight DHC. Is gonna be more than enough damage, and the mix with Magneto is so brutal, my friend.
That is one of the most heartbreaking drops we've seen tonight, I think. And it's led to such a disastrous turn of events for Aces. Mundank stepping on the pedal one more time. Wow, great punish. Baits the push guard, able to actually dash up in time and get the air throw. 3-0, Mundank gonna move on. Impressive showing. Man, when he does that, when he's able to play at that speed, keep that accuracy alive,
trouble. But when you like to scrap and when you like to just go head to head against the Wolverine, anything can really happen. So I see this being a very close match. Thank you to everybody that stopped during your beautiful analysis of the match. And right now we see that NoLife is not afraid to swing, not afraid to go for unconventional options. And Spartan Throne, there he goes for the raw launch in the neutral. It does happen, does it once more. And it's hard to tell if it's a bottom check or not. It doesn't look like it. Oh my goodness. And Spartan Throne just biding his time, trying to get in. The Vergil covering beautifully. That was a nice punish from the lightning. A lot of people don't know that you can launch that, and it's just looking rough right here for Spartan Throne. Knows right when to throw those lightnings, no life. And just like the South Park episode, how do you kill that which has no life in their party? What can you do?
Well, the X Factor was used, so that's a good thing. Guts McButts, 5 gifted subs to the channel. Thank you so much. We are clawing towards that sub goal. Even if we could line it up to where we get enough support and soft serve it up to the fellows next week, make it easy for them. That sounds good too. But even better, Dormammu falls out. So we have 2 things going here. We just hard tag and Iron Fist. That's cool. That's going to give us some time. That's going to stall. But we really have almost no options against Zero in the neutral with Iron Fist. So only a matter of time until the jam session forces out another hit. We're going to super. So Dante gets cooked. Actually, both of them get cooked.
Ooh, good and that was a beautiful call out from Spartan Throne. And I feel like this is how you have to fight this matchup, you know, just go for it when you have the opportunity. Try to scare your opponent into submission. NoLife right here just goes for the simplified version of the combo. No need to overextend. Not going to be enough to chip. Careful with the raw tag right there. Spartan Throne doesn't throw it out. He hasn't yet visited California, so no raw tags at the moment. Let's see what happens here. Airplay trying to keep the Iron Fist honest, and the up back looking really clean. This Dante has lived in a society, and just the frame traps coming on from NoLife. Even though this is a very popular team, you can tell that NoLife really puts his own style into it and figures out his own mix-ups. And right now, the only thing you have to figure out is how do you kill this character? Because if you do, you're in a good situation. But if you don't, in their party, what can you do? What can you do?
I wanted to see something out of that Iron Fist throw, and Sparty had something started with it. It got a little weird. I'm not sure if he did that intentionally to try to create an awkward situation for Vergil, or if the combo just got a little out of hand. But he gets out and he actually finds a hit on Iron Fist, so puts him away. We go back to the neutral. Game 2. Wolverine trying to find something against Zero, but the Sogenmu is going to shut all that down immediately. Teleports into the corner, and that's not what you want. We're going to lose both characters here? How do we do this combo? What do we do here?
No X? Interesting. I don't know if I agree with this decision, because Pixel Zero is still Zero, right? You do not want this character to hit you once, and this is precisely what happens when you don't spend the resources. Sometimes you have to spend money to get money. That's something that I have learned throughout my life, especially when playing UMvC3, because you do not want to be eating like 25,000 kilowatts of pure mix in the corner from Zero, from NoLife, and this is just looking rough. Spartan Throne has to do something here, because NoLife is just biding his time, controlling the neutral here with the Sogenmu. Sogenmu's so good, Kinder Party, that I have a friend that named one of his children Sogenmu. I am not even kidding.
Lucky kid, set him up for success in life. No, speaking of which, NoLife has so much respect for Iron Fist Anchor that instead of just killing the Dormammu, actually brings in the Iron Fist. That's pretty fun. So now Dormammu's on the back, and they're going to heal up a little bit of red life, and actually that's going to be the anchor this time for Sparty, unless we see another snap. But unfortunate. Oh, super situation. Okay, Sparty taking some momentum back. The X Factor is forced out from NoLife, and he does get the resave. But now, no, we needed a couple more things to go right there for Sparty to get things really snowballing in their favor. And now it's looking pretty awkward. NoLife finds another hit. They keep this simple. They're going to be able to put this away.
It just feels that NoLife is having such a commanding grasp of the momentum of this match. Even when he's losing, he plays like he's winning, and that forces out the mistakes. Pressure wins games, you know. There's a wise man named Angelic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that's so tragic.
Just like this.
Oh no, Iron Fist is out of the picture. I don't think we got to see Iron Fist at all throughout this set. And goes for the level 3 right there. This might be Spartan Throne. One opportunity here in this set. Let's see what happens. Oh my lord. Optimization Station gonna go for the Berserker Barrage into the Stalking Flare. I agree with it 100%. You want the setup. Oh my goodness. Gonna go for the... No, just charging the spells. Interesting. Doesn't really want to fight out with Wolby. Wants to maybe heal a little bit. Kinder Party, what are the options here if you're Spartan Throne? Woo!
I think you do exactly that. You try to make the most out of your X Factor cancel. We don't get the kill, so that's a huge drop. And after these exchanges of VAR, we're going to be in a pretty weird situation where we have X Factor going. But I was just about to say, if we push too hard, we're going to get hit by Sword. And that's exactly what happened. So now our momentum is all denied. And we're scuffed. And Dormammu's getting comboed again. Reset. Bad situation. Very unfortunate turn of events for Sparty. And NoLife with just a couple of adjustments. Second meter spent. Nicely done. It won't matter. It won't matter. It's enough. Low enough that the chip damage will do it.